This week, we're talking about how your everyday presence shapes your daughter's identity because identity doesn't pause when life gets busy. Let me say something that most fathers don't hear until years later. And sometimes it's too late. But your daughter's identity is forming right now. Not when not when work slows down, not when life settles, not when you finally feel ready to be that dad you want to be. And if that thought makes you feel overwhelmed, that's not a flaw. That's just awareness waking up. Because most men, most men believe that identity is shaped in big moments, the serious talks, the life lessons, the sit down, we need to talk conversation. But identity doesn't wait for those big moments. It forms quietly in the background every single day. It forms in how we walk in the house, whether our tone is rushed or calm, and whether you listen or dismiss, whether you're emotionally available or just physically present. And here's the part though that dads missed. When you're overwhelmed, stressed, or just emotionally maxed out, you stop leading. You just start leading unintentionally. And that unintentional leadership always creates confusion. You just think about when you're tired, how how your daughter may interpret that as distance, or they might just think that you're just focused on providing. And so if she thinks that you're focused on providing, then she might interpret that as emotional distance or absence, right? Even though you're present. It's crazy. But research in child development shows that a child's core identity framework begins forming in early childhood, long before most parents actually realize that the formation actually starts. That means the atmosphere you create today is shaping the belief she carries tomorrow. And so, overwhelmed is not the enemy. Every good father feels it, trust me. But the real danger is that unmanaged overwhelmed, because when you don't regulate, you end up transferring. And when that overwhelmed goes unchecked, it leaks into short answers, the irritation, the disengagement, and those missed moments. And your daughter doesn't experience that stress. She experiences the meaning behind it. And trust me, kids won't ask, why is dad overwhelmed? They're just gonna ask, what does it say about me? Identity forms in those when those emotions go unexplained. That's just how kids and youth are, right? But this is really where structure matters, not motivation, not guilt, but structure. And so today's framework we're going to talk about is BRACE. It's just an acronym. BRACE, brace. B. The letter B is for breathe. Breathe before you enter the room. How often do we do that? Just especially like in as first responders, you take some deep breaths just to calm down and remove all that anxiety and put you in a state of presence and calmness, right? That's the same thing. The same thing applies here. It's just the small things that we know to do, but we just don't do. The R, recognize the emotion. Are you overwhelmed? Are you tired? Then that A, align that with the truth. My presence matters more than my perfection. That's all she wants. And then the C, connect through one small action. And then, of course, that E, execute it daily. Now, this isn't about fixing your daughter, it's about regulating yourself so she feels safe around you, because you don't need to have those deep conversations. Let's just go back to the anchor method, the videos before. All you need is a 10 seconds of calm presence. Just the small things, right? Building on top of each other's compounding. That's it. And it's just like a forge, right? In a forge, you don't throw that cold steel in that extreme heat. If you do, that metal's gonna crack. But instead, you just raise that temperature gradually, 1 degree at a time. So now that steel becomes malleable, strong enough to actually be shaped without breaking. Now, fatherhood is the same way. So you don't change your identity with intensity, you change it with consistency. Small regulation every day beats emotional explosion once a week. So here's what we're going to do today, Dad. Let's go. Nothing more. Before you walk into your house, take those 3 breaths, lower the shoulders, and just slow your pace, and then give your daughter the 10 seconds of eye contact. No lecture, no correction, no form, no phone, no form, yeah, no phone, but just presence. And that's how that identity is going to begin to feel safe. You got this, Dad. Absolutely. And so in the next video, we're going to continue this series. We're going to be talking about why silence isn't neutral and what it actually teaches when we don't speak. All right, Dad. See you in the next video. Why not you be the best dad that you can before the world gets her?